feel like I should do the tweet before I always go live. I never do. And that's okay. SheElite is live. God damn it. Come hang out with me and let's talk about some wrestling. Can't spell anything right today. I don't know what's going on. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. I'm doing my best. Somebody really need to rev their engine so goddamn loud outside? I feel like that's unnecessary. Crazy. Who to think? Who am I? Just a girl. Don't know. I do like, if I focus the hair in front, you can tell that it's blue. Because more people need to see that my hair is blue. And that's that. I am enjoying the blue hair. It's fun. It's cute. It's different. I feel like a mermaid. I love it. I love it oh so much. I was supposed to have a guest. The guest was unable to make it. Therefore, Soul of Cicady. Has it been once a month so far? I might need someone to like double check me. What the hell is that? Oh, it's from my chair. I will need a double check. Because I don't know. I think it's been at least once a month. So, but next month, I hit 6 years of podcasting. Does that make sense? If SheElite turns 5 in September. I've been podcasting for 6 in August. Crazy. Absolutely wild. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? I'll let this go for like 2 minutes and then I'm just doing this. Because it's hot. Why did I close that? There we go. It's hot. The air quality outside is terrible because, Canada's on fire, so Pittsburgh is very much affected. So that's fun. I think the entire state is like red or purple for air quality. So that's fun. Love that. Super swell. Yeah, so that's been fun. I'm just adjusting things on the other part of my little desk. Don't mind me. So it's like I have a little stand. I don't know what that's considered actually. I have that on this side, and then desk. And then what this stuff is on is a little tiny, like, I guess it'd be like a side table. I don't actually know what that's considered. But it's like, then I have nothing in like this corner. So it's just a weird gap. It makes no sense. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do indeed? Oh my god, I'm stuck. Ow. I do like it. It needs washed again, but that's a tomorrow job. Because it's hot outside again, and the air quality's garbage. Okay. Let's go. Just do it. Hello to all my guys, girls, gays, days, and everybody in between. Welcome to the Sheely Showcase. I'm your host with the most, the shaman of Sheely, the Hers Woman podcasting, Miss Katie Kinsey, baby. And we got a solo cicady here for you guys today. Hope you're all doing well. It's mid-July. It's hot outside. If you're anywhere near where the Canada wildfire smoke is, please check your air quality because Pittsburgh is pretty bad. So try and avoid outside if you can. But we're not here to talk about the weather. But that is crazy that part of Canada is currently on fire. We're here to talk about wrestling. It's, just one of those weeks where, not a ton happened, but some very interesting things happened. Before we do that, thank you all so much for watching live, whether that be on twitch.tv/Sheely Showcase. You go there, a little bit of monies, you subscribe, you follow, you do the things. Excuse me. If you have Amazon Prime, you have a free gaming sub. You can use that on us. Me. Use it on Sheely. I'd appreciate it. But if you don't want to spend any money, cool. YouTube.com/Sheely Showcase. You go there, no monies, cero dinero. It's great. Like, subscribe, comment. You can see me talk to myself because that's what I was doing basically during the pre-show. You can watch all the shenanigans. You can see other types of videos we have done on the channel. Next, or probably the end of this month, I'm going to get a video out that is talking about who is, and I also put this on Sheely's TikTok, which falls on TikTok. Sheely Showcase, who would have thought? I put the idea out on Instagram, or not Instagram, on TikTok and on Twitter as well, about who people think Mr. and Mrs. SummerSlam are, because we've had many a conversation about who's Mr. WrestleMania. Is my birthday twin Shawn Michaels, or who is Mr. and Mrs. Royal Rumble. We're going to do those as each big of the four come along. SummerSlam happens to be the next one up, so I will be doing that at the end of the month, so stay tuned. But let's talk about news and rumors. Congratulations are in order to Dakota Kai and Carl Fredericks, or as we knew him in NXT as Eddie Thorpe, on their engagement. Love that for them. Congratulations. We love here. And I think it was their 2-year anniversary or something as well when he proposed. So we love that. Super cute. Love. It's great. Damian Priest, former El Campeón, has announced that he is the voice of the Hood in Marvel Rivals, the newest season that just dropped. I've never played Marvel Rivals. I have seen gameplay of it. It looks fun. It's basically you can choose a superhero, out of many, or villain, or what have you, a super person. And then teams fight using said powers for people. But the Hood seems to be, he was teased in the end of the new teaser trailer they dropped for the new season. And Damian Priest said he's the voice. And if you know it's Damian Priest, you can hear the voice in it. And that's fun. And I love that for Damian Priest. Former El Campeón. We love that. We love to see it. Speaking of the big 4 pay-per-views for WWE, Survivor Series, Survivor Series War Games, because it's all War Games now, has been announced for November 28th. It's always the Thanksgiving pay-per-view weekend in Houston at Dakin. I think it's Dakin Park. So it's another baseball field. Doing a baseball field in Houston in November seems smart because it's not going to be, snowing or freezing. It'll probably feel like really nice, like beautiful fall weather, which I can't wait for. This heat has been disrespectful the past few weeks, so I kind of would like my fall weather back. That'd be super swell. I don't ask for many things. I ask for a little bit of things here and there. And that's one of them because I want it. I want it now. Michin announced that her and Keith Lee have divorced. She was responding to some TikTok comments about her relationship with Keith Lee. And then she made a tweet later that day saying, oh, it must be a slow news day. Which, I mean, she knows the IWC. She knows. But she said they are still friends, and that's all that truly matters. Hope nothing but the best for both of them. Because, once you're married to someone and, it's a semi-good relationship and that ends, it's hard. But if they're still friends, hell yeah. We love to see it. And I hope they are, truly. And I hope they're both happy. And that's all that really matters. And then today, we found out, I think this was today, that Worlds Collide for WWE will take place in Chicago at the Allstate Arena, I believe, the same day, September 26th, as All Out, which is taking place at the Now Arena. People are mad about this, because of course they are. I have a feeling, now again, this is just me spitballing here, this is me having an idea, an awesome theory, if you will. Worlds Collide will more than likely be earlier in the day, because the 26th is let me check here, that's a Saturday. They could do an earlier Saturday pay-per-view. Oh my god, wait. AEW is doing a Saturday pay-per-view? That kind of just clicked. That's crazy. Huh. Interesting. Normally, their pay-per-views are Sundays, and I bitch about it all the time because who wants to... No, that's too much. They do too much because their shows run long. If only they just started an hour earlier. Whatever. So, I have a feeling Worlds Collide will be earlier in the day. Probably maybe a noon type situation. Maybe a 1, 2. By the time that's over, I feel like it'll be perfect time for All Out to start. Again, 'tis my theory. I don't know how real that is, if that's even going to be the case. Again, I'm more so just shocked that AEW is having a Saturday pay-per-view. I can't believe we figured that out. Look at us go. Go team. Proud of us all. Love you guys. Anywho, today in Women's Wrestling History, today is July 16th. Less than 1 week until my birthday, by the way, in case anybody was wondering. On AEW Dynamite from last year, we had, of course, only one women's match because Tony Khan. But it was a $100,000 four-way match in which the winner would receive $100,000. And that winner being Tekla before she became AEW Women's Champion. She defeated Chris Statlander, Stat Daddy herself, Queen Aminata, and Willow Nightingale. I remember that match. I don't remember it being for money. And the fact that they randomly started doing matches for X amount of money is weird to me. I don't understand why they kind of just started doing that. But who am I? 'Tis just a girl. Now, my wrestlers of the week. These are big ones here. My tag team, I have two. Both AEW teams. The first, even though they did lose, the team of Hyann, Maya World, and Willow Nightingale. Listen, they had matching gears. They're just a vibe. It was a fun match. Like, kudos to Divine Dominion. Divine Dominion and Mercedes. Listen, the Amazonian women, they be strong. They be tough. And curious to see what will happen at Redemption next week. Is that literally next week? That doesn't even make sense. How is that next week already? I don't know. They kind of just be doing stuff randomly, I fear. So I don't know, actually. But they did lose, but I still enjoyed their team up. And then Brodito, which fun name, fun vibes. Love both Brody King and Bandito because duh. And now we get Bandito taking on Kyle Fletcher, who y'all know I don't like, at Redemption for whatever title Kyle Fletcher holds, because there's too many titles in AEW. As I've said many, many a time. Way too many titles. So those are my tag teams. My womanses, both from NXT. First, she won the triple threat main event to become the number one contender for Kendall Gray's title. Lola Vice. Oh, then it was a fun match. It could have gone any way. Kalani put up hell of a fight. Kelly Armstrong put up a good fight. But in the end, Lola was right place, right time. So it worked. And I love that for her, truthfully. I feel like after this title shot, she may potentially get main rostered. That's what we're calling it now, main rostered. Because the women's division in NXT is truly insane and incredible, and I love it. And the women on the main roster aren't getting the love and credit they deserve. So, you throw Lola up there. You could potentially put her on SmackDown with her boo, former El Campeon, but current tag team campeon, Damian Priest. I'm just saying it'd be cute. You don't have to. I'm just throwing out options. You know, like let's spice up the women's division. And speaking of my other womanses, my famale, my woman, she successfully retained the Women's North American Championship in a fatal four-way match because Layla Diggs got hurt. Therefore, Robert Stone needed a match. He said, listen, you girls are in here bitching that you want a title shot and you earned it, so you're all going to get one. So it was Nikita Lyons, our Evolve Women's Champion. It was Izzy Dame, and it was Izzy Rain. Or Lizzie Rain. Jesus. If we could stop putting them in the same matches, that'd be great because there's too many names and they all sound similar. That'd be great. Thank you so much. But Zarya cleared house. She won, kept that title. It was such a good match, too. Like, surprisingly, all four women worked really well together. And it was a vibe. It worked really, really well. And Zarya retained. So, can't say no to that. And then my Males, my Manses. I have one, and it was from Monday Night Raw. Look at me go. Consistently changing across the board. He won the gauntlet and now gets to face Penta for the Intercontinental Championship No, that's at SummerSlam. I was like, that's not a Saturday Night's Main Event. That's at SummerSlam. Which, bro, Chad's hometown. It's Chad motherfucking Gable. Chad's hometown. He hasn't won the IC title yet. the whole redemption arc of him becoming the original El Grande Americano, leading to this, apologizing to the luchadors. We love a full circle moment here on She Elite. This is about as full circle as it comes. And I truly hope, and I love Penta. Like, come on, we do Cerro Dinero all the time. Love Penta, but Chad winning, that'd be great. It'd be so fun. He deserves it. I still think, and this is my soapbox and I will not get off, I still think Chad Gable should have been the one to dethrone Gunther for the IC title. Like, imagine that's the underdog story we got. Would it have happened at WrestleMania? I don't know. But he had many an opportunity. He was one of the people to beat Gunther around the time. It should have been Chad. But no, it was Sami Zayn. And it should have been Chad. Chad trained Sammy. God, I'm never getting off that soapbox because it still bothers me to this day because Chad Gable deserved it. But again, who am I? I don't book the shows. This is just a girl with a wrestling podcast talking to herself into a camera, explaining why she thinks a man should win a title. That's it. 'Tis all. But for the question of the week, recently at work, the girls at work and I have been talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender, which phenomenal show. If you have not watched, highly recommend. It's so good. Don't watch the movie. It was garbage. The live action show I heard has been hit or miss. But the original anime that was on Nickelodeon, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Ironically enough, we were watching it today at work because we were so slow. So like it's fresh on my mind, you know? So I wanted to do wrestlers as Avatar characters. Originally, I was going to do the 4 elements, but I was like, that's so close to us doing, like when we did the Pokemon. So I didn't want to do that again. So instead, this. Wrestlers as Avatar: The Last Airbender characters. So obviously Aang, Katara, Sokka, Toph, Zuko. That's the main squad. I also realized Momo kind of bothers me in the show. Like, Momo's adorable, don't get me wrong. Oh, Azula. I need to put Azula as well because she's the big bad, realistically. Fire Lord Rosen? No. Ronan. It's Ronan. Not a fan of him. Azula is at least, like, crazy. Oh, and I need to put Uncle Iroh. Okay. Now I'm seeing the error of my ways. So, I think I'm just going to go in reverse order here. So, Uncle Iroh is literally, like, the wisest person in the entire show, right? He mentors Zuko after Zuko is exiled by his father, burns half of his face because his dad's a bad guy. Zuko didn't deserve that. There's a lot of abuse in that show, if you really think about it. Also, hot take. I wanted Katara and Zuko to be together, not Katara and Aang. But that's neither here nor there, and that's not what we're talking about. So Uncle Iroh, very much a mentor, very much wise, beyond his years, can still go if needed. He bends like electricity at one point in the show, is still a good firebender, but he's not really doing it anymore, you know? So I can go a few different ways with this. And again, I'm going to pick a few options for a few different reasons. I think HBK, because the mentor of it all. He's a very good mentor. He's running NXT. He's doing a great job. For being able to still go, to be determined. But being a good mentor and being able to still go, I'm going to go AJ Styles. Again, plenty of years in the business. has all the experience in the world, retired the beginning of this year, didn't really need to, proved he could still wrestle, so didn't fully really need to retire. And part of me also kind of wants to put TJ, for those who don't know TJ Wilson, Natty's husband, because again, he was kind of forced to stop early, but now is helping run the dungeon in showing a new group of, I don't want to say like kids. I mean, some kids do go, like Brody Jr. goes there, but like mentoring a new group of people in wrestling. So I feel like those are my three for similar but different reasons all at the same time. Now Azula, this bitch is crazy. When I tell you, she's got she's got mommy issues, not really daddy issues. Hey, what up, Jess? Also, everyone, wish Jess a happy birthday. It was his birthday yesterday. That's my almost birthday twin. What up, homie? Azula's got mommy issues. This we know for sure, especially if you watch the show. And her fire bending is also ridiculous because it's blue. Blue fire. Guys, B-Day twins. Yes. So I gotta think of who's crazy. Let's start there. Who is a crazy woman who has psychological issues, basically? You could do like, I'm trying to think of the crazier girl characters. I mean, Lyra's going through that shit right now. But, like, is she fully crazy? I mean, she did have the audacity to say that Bayley is the worst of the four horsewomen. I wholeheartedly disagree. Bayley is not the worst. And that's a hot take. Second question of the week. Who do you think is the worst of the four horsewomen? Because I don't think it's Bayley. Personally speaking. Realistically, I low-key think it's Becky. Don't shoot the messenger. And I know you're all probably shocked I didn't say Charlotte. Charlotte's right above her. I think it goes realistically based off of everything. I think Bayley is one. Ooh, or does Mercedes go lower? I don't know. Bayley's number one. The other three can fight amongst themselves. But I do think Bayley is the best. And I think Becky might be the worst. The other two, I don't know. But that's neither here nor there. I do kind of like the idea of Lyra being Azula. Because, like, she doesn't start off super crazy. She starts off, like, a little psycho. But as the seasons go on, she progressively gets more crazy and more deranged and loses herself. So I think that kind of makes sense. Now, Zuko, we love a redemption arc, don't we? That's this baby boy. Zuko has one of the best redemptions in the show because literally the Fire Lord's son gets exiled because he can't kill the Avatar, which is crazy. You're sending your child to kill another child who's also 100 years old. Weird. And then goes on this quest, basically, ends up joining Team Avatar in the end. Again, should have been with Katara, but what do I know? And so I feel like it's got to be someone who started as a heel and became a babyface and is like more well known, I guess, as a babyface. So for that, I don't know. Because I feel like with that, I don't know many heels that turn babyface. I feel like it's more the opposite way. But let me think in my little palace here. Who came in as a heel? I'm like trying to think of all the people in wrestling, which is really hard. And like AEW as well. I mean, no, because he was a better heel than he was a babyface, but he was still good. I was thinking of Adam Cole, of course. Actually, hear me out. Rhea. I know. She came into the Mae Classic a heel. NXT UK heel. At some point in time, made it to NXT, became babyface, beat Shayna Baszler for the title. You know, fast forward. Even main roster stuff. Joins Judgment Day. Heel. I mean, this is obviously later down the line. Joins Judgment Day. Heel. Gets kicked out of Judgment Day. Babyface. Her and Io. Like, it kind of just makes sense. She's had multiple bouts of being a babyface, and she's loved. So my pick is Rhea Ripley. Plus, like, it kind of just fits. She's, you know, dark and brooding. Zuko is dark and brooding. It kind of just makes sense. Now, Toph. Toph is extremely strong. She's an earthbender. She also metal bends. I'm 99% sure if I remember the show correctly. She's also blind, which is crazy. Like, doing this all with just your touch sense, basically, of your feet. Because she doesn't wear shoes. Makes sense. So it's gotta be someone who's overlooked is the word I'm looking for, not underappreciated. Well, I mean that too. But someone who's underappreciated, overlooked. I'll be honest, I do think Chad Gable. Chad Gable's been overlooked for a very long time. Yeah, you know what? I'm putting Gable. Let me see if I can think of another answer as well. Who's been, like, overlooked, underappreciated, but can put off fantastic matches if you ask them to. I can't say, like, Nick Nemeth, but I feel like I can say Ziggles. Does that make sense? Like, Nick Nemeth is now TNA World Champion, but Ziggles only won the world title because the cash-in for the first time. And, like, his bangers with Seth for the IC title, come on. I feel like it's also got to be Ziggles. Now, Sokka. Sokka is the only one who doesn't have it doesn't bend in any way, shape, or form. He's a part of the water tribe, but he doesn't water bend. He's a fighter, though. He's more so comedic relief. And he's, you know, Katara's brother. I almost said sister. That's wrong. Katara's brother. I think older brother. So part of me kind of just wants to say Jimmy Uso. Because I think Jimmy is like the older twin. He's a fighter. Comedic relief. Yeah. No, you know what? It's Jim. Big Jim Uso. Jimmy Uso. Now Katara. Ooh, bad bitch. Right? Waterbender. Has to fight her way to learn how to waterbend, like, properly. Can also bloodbend. Can we talk about that for a second? Truly insane behavior. But she has good reason for doing it. So, like, we'll allow it. But it's just crazy that she be doing that. She has that power. Like, that's... You wouldn't even think that's a thing that could happen until it happens. And that episode is crazy. And I don't think she really uses it, like, past that episode. Like, maybe one other time. Like, so just don't piss her off. And she won't bend your blood. Like, that's crazy. So it's got to be very much a babyface who is very strong-willed and very determined. I can't say underdog. I mean, kind of, but, like, not really. I feel like I always use Willow as an answer. But, like, I low-key feel like Willow. I'm going to put Willow. But I want to see if I can think of another answer as well. Because Willow's fantastic. I'm trying to think of, like, who's in NXT right now. Who actually is in NXT who, like, a bitch, you know? Zarya is, yeah, I do kind of like Zarya as that as well. I'll put Zarya. Willow and Zarya. What a fun mix. That'd actually be a really cool tag team. Not gonna lie. And finally, the Avatar himself, Aang, obviously starts as an airbender, becomes the true Avatar when he masters all 4 elements. So it's got to be someone who's good on the mic, good in ring, and like took the time to get that way. I already wrote an answer, and I don't know how I feel about that answer now, but I might just say fuck it and stay true to it. I put Kevin Owens. You know, his mic skills, great. He's a comedic relief. He beat up his boss, which is so fun. His in-ring style is really fun. He's good at like bouncing off of people, like with their energy, and he'll mock people too. I kind of just feel like it makes sense for it to be Kevin Owens. Maybe it's because I low-key, high-key miss Kevin Owens in the ring and kind of want him to return soon, but not too soon because your neck, you know, you kind of need that. So please be careful. But I think I like this answer. I feel like I like all of the answers. And I hope you guys did too. You know? So, yes, there were technically 2 questions of the week wrapped up into one. That's okay. You guys let me know what you think about either one. Who's the best of the 4 horsewomen? And which wrestler is which Avatar: The Last Airbender character? All right. I'm going to cut the show here for a multitude of reasons because I have nothing else to talk about. And it's really hot in here and I want to turn my air back on. So, I will be getting a new mic stand soon because this one is just irritating me to my core. But thank you all so much for watching. I super duper appreciate it. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter, KittyWrestling13, the link tree in my bio to take you to everything She Showcase, twitch.tv/She Showcase, and youtube.com/She Showcase. It's typically Thursdays. Next week will also be Thursday. Time to be determined because I'm such a nice guy. I bounce off of everyone else's schedules. If you want to see me talk about something that's not wrestling related, crazy, I know, I do other things. Getting off on Saturday at 9:30 Eastern, I believe. We're talking about the next 3 Alien movies, the last 3 in the franchise. So Prometheus, Alien Covenant, and Alien Romulus. We are talking about those. I'm such a good noodle. I watched all of them on Monday. Do I understand any of them? No, not really, but we're going to talk about them over on Getting Offed. Of course, me, Matt, as well as the Final Girls and Eric. It's going to be a super fun time. And also, like, guys, I was right about Camp Crystal Lake. If you want to know about that, lore, go to Getting Offed. Watch like the past year of Katie Horror Showcases. You'll figure it out. But I ramble a lot and I appreciate you all oh so much for being here and watching or listening after the fact. It really does mean a lot. Sometimes, you know, I talk fast. I don't talk enough. There's awkward pauses. That'd be the life. If you want to check out a quick little vlog, it's like 10 minutes on TikTok for Sheelite. You can go check that out when I went to Enjoy Wrestling this past weekend. Super fun show. Hell of a time. Nick Gage was there. A pizza cutter was involved. Who was surprised? Not me. Also Hazuki, who was on AEW TV a few weeks ago. She was also there. But overall, it was a great time. Please go check it out. Thank you guys again so much. Appreciate y'all. Love you guys. Until then, bye-bye.